Hey, welcome back to Chasing the Dream on Alma, Missouri. We're in August now. Our money is depleted. And looks like it's depleting fast all of a sudden. Oh, you know what? They're refilling the lime. That's what's going on. So we're harvesting peas now. We got that other field plowed. Lime being spread on it right now. Wait, if he's not filling it. Oh boy. Trying to think if anybody else is filling something. I don't know how to drive. Have to figure that out. Anyway, we purchased that barn with all the antiques or classic tractors in it. It was $100 grand. They said do what we want with the tractors. So I'm waiting for you guys to decide what we should sell and not sell. And that's how we'll go about that. But yeah, we have that now. So we have a storage in downtown. Back up here. Just because we're spreading the lime, I'm not gonna run the cart, but the plan is to connect this field and that field together. I'll get this worker back on. Get that dropped. We want to be on the nearest waypoint. But yeah, we should be in a pretty good situation. I'm probably not gonna cut that field by the barn, the beef barn right now until maybe next month. Maybe we'll do September and that'll probably be it for the year. We do get another sale of fertilizer coming up. That should get us some money in the bank. I'm thinking, you know, looking pretty good with this yield on this field of peas. I don't know how our other one will come out, but I think overall we're looking pretty good right now. The way everything's running on this field, which is kind of nice. You know, we spent some money to find out the pH levels and everything on these fields. They definitely need some lime. But yeah, I think for the most part, you know, we should really be cranking out. And I'm excited to get into even corn, even though we got a while on that. But you know, let me know what you guys think. What you liking with everything going on so far? I mean, we're in year 4, coming up on year 5 now. Which, speaking of that, I think I brought it up in the last episode, maybe, or ever before that. You know, you got guys out there right now in Alma, like Sim Station, Pleasant View Farms, Lego Farms. They're just cranking it out. I mean, those guys are jumping through the years now. So if you haven't, go check their channels out. They're linked down below in the description. But yeah, ideally, you know, I think we're fine running one harvester right now. I don't think we have to go search for that second harvester. We'll keep our eyes on the sales, which actually reminds me, let's take a look right now. Yeah, nothing really going on except for grapes. Yeah, we're not gonna do grapes, but we'll once that's done liming, be good there. I might run, I don't think I'll need the cart on the other field actually. The other field's much smaller than this. So I think what I will do though is we need to head over to the truck. And we need to drive that over. Because we're going to need to unload that harvester in a bit. And there it is. So it looks like the lime is charging us. I guess when I had that turned off. I was messing around with Courseplay the other day. And trying to get to work. Where auto drive would send it down the track and then it would go refill in town. I guess it's got different plans. But we'll get that sorted in a sec so we don't empty out the bank account on a field that we have lime for. That's what... Oh, actually, you know what? That's what it is. It's not that running it. It's our other trailer. I completely forget that I sent it to town. But it should have been full already by now. But I mean, it would have cost around probably 15 grand. worker's gonna make me follow him. Come on. Should have put on the stop while driving. Because they're harvesting at like 15 miles per hour. And I'm glad we're getting pretty solid yield. Recently we did the vote for logos for Kansas expansion. Y'all were very involved with that, so I appreciate that. We're going to call it Kansas Wilds Cattle Ranch. Probably should have put the Kansas Wilds Cattle Ranch. And this guy's not gonna... come on. Yeah, a little nervous because that's now over 10 grand that's been running out. I bet you accidentally clicked it on when I was messing around. So let's just double check. Also, I want that to stop. So field work, we're good there. Driving. So it is in this one. Should be an AI. Training. Am I just missing it? Oh, you know why? I know why. We're not in the right vehicle. Always go to the right vehicle. And now it's going to ask me when unloading. Stop while activated. Boom. There we go. Then we want to make sure the other thing we need to be checking on. Be down here. Oh yeah, those were on. Yep, so that's what it was. That's sorted now. I knew I was going to have something this episode that was going to get the best of us. And I don't know actually, you know what? I don't know if I ever set up the auto drive to run that back. Get this old truck in gear here. Go. I'd like to go top off. This and get this back to the barnyard. I think I had everything set up last episode for that silo, so for that bin. So we should be good there. And full grain tank, which means he's gonna have a full grain tank shortly. So we burned through 13 grand on that field because I had the wrong setting on again. Sometimes trial and error when you do stuff and then you forget to set it back. But it shouldn't have carried into this save. That's the part that's slightly confusing, but it's more likely just an operator error on my part. I should top right off. We're gonna send this to the main barnyard. Should have set up a course off this field for it. We're close enough. Anyway, it'll pick it up. The harvester's definitely gonna be full by the time we get back. So I've been using on my Medicine Creek save the EBY generation trailer and the Mauer / Demco trailers, and I'm enjoying them. What do you guys prefer for trailers that are coming out lately? Some good ones out there. Definitely all of a sudden it seems like we got a spurt of those. So there he goes. I'll run back to the main barnyard. Do we need to put any more straw in? Is it enough to burn through the rest of the bale? It is not. So that's good there. It needs to be refilled. Okay. Almost done. So I'm going to take over this because I didn't set up the refill point on that. Now that we're over here, I need to get all these fields set up for auto drive. That's what I need to do instead of messing around with settings. But we'll head back. We'll get this filled up and see y'all in a bit. Alright, so we got the other field of peas done. We're working on the small one up here. And we're going to get those other two fields plowed together. I think I'm going to try the cover crop stuff. So looking at it right now, let's jump in here. You know, lime levels, we got to do some lime on that field after, which we'll take care of once we plow them together. Nitrogen levels, obviously a little low, but if we cover crop them, might not be bad. Yield, yeah, those could have been better. Definitely could have been better. Be interested to see what the seed rate is, but yeah, so we come down here. I'm trying to think when I need to have rye planted in September / October, and it would be done in June. But I'm thinking, let's see, when do we want to plant corn? In April or May. I probably could plant sorghum. I don't know if I want to put sorghum over rye. Peas are also April. So that's kind of the debate there. Yeah, I mean, we really don't have to put... We could do sunflowers, I guess, too. Canola's a whole nother year out. So essentially, you know, maybe the cover crop for the corn. I think any field where we go to do corn in, I think that's what we'll focus on. So yeah, we could, I think that'll work. We could do that cycle and have it be done around that time. It looks like this guy's already getting some ridiculous yield on one pass. Kind of excited to see that, if that's the case. But I want to head over to the other field and get that, you know, plowed in, or at least those fields connected. What I think we'll do over there is, I think we're just going to plant all that corn over there. Then over here we'll start throwing some variances in. Like this could be probably all beans next year. Don't know if I want to keep that beans. That one we'll have to figure out. I don't know if this guy knows what he's doing. Might have to jump in here. I don't know what's going on here, but yeah, so essentially, you know, do we really want to plant, you know, rye, oat? Actually, what was the other ones? We could plant wheat then. Canola's expensive. The wheat and barley prices actually probably aren't bad. Barley might not be bad. I'll have to look at the seed usage for those, but I could see between that or rye. I mean, those two are pretty, and you know, they don't really burn through a lot. All that for him to say needs to be unloaded. Unbelievable. That's probably gonna try to back right up into me too. Let's get this loaded up. Like I said, we wanna start getting some plowing done on the other field. At least get it where they're set up to go and be connected into one large field. Like I said, we can turn those into 2 major cornfields, which would be kind of nice. Got quite a bit of bushels off this already. Still a lot in there. Maybe over 500 bushels on just the first headland. With some mist down there that we're going to have to probably clean up. We'll back right out of the way. A pretty solid take. Well, a little unbalanced there. I'm missing some more. Alright, so that's good there right now. We'll shut that off. Let's hop in here. Should. Okay, we got the line over here. So get the 340. Fire this up. And figure out how we're going to connect those fields. That'll be the big thing. Make them one. Kinda wondering right here. Probably be the first spot. Yeah, I think we'll run it right off the edge of this. I think that's our best bet. Probably should build. I guess we kind of have an unloading area still over here. Alright, that's one. Just spun right around. That worked out pretty good. But making this one large field would just be easier, I think, overall. Because it does kind of narrow down here and narrows down on this, this end of the peas as well. So be able to kind of remove that whole factor. Should simplify course play a little more. Alright, so now I should, in theory, just be able to run right down this. And on the way back, we'll clean it up more. But this should give us quite a bit of acreage too, which will be nice. Not so much, cleaning out this in between, but it'll look like a lot more acreage, I guess. Probably the better wording for it. I mean, this is a little bit of extra land, which, if you're talking to Pleasant View Farms, it's a big deal. Or even Fairview Farms. You gotta pinch the land for every bit you can for that extra acreage. But like I said, we're gonna definitely start incorporating conservation agriculture. We're kind of playing around with it. Definitely some things that will help us out and kind of have that cool effect. I think I'm going to keep our grasslands that we have, our 2 meadows. Like I said, maybe expand the other one, but running a cover crop on anything that we're going to plant corn on is going to be massive. I mean, I think we can get a lot of silage off of it, if not even hay. Which is what we want. We want a lot of silage. I mean, that's the primary source we're giving our cattle. Yeah, and this widen up over here to just stay about the same distance. I can't remember. Just have to remember where the fields, kind of level out or end with one another on this side. So we'll have to come through, clean this up a little more. Plow these bushes over. It should register this all as one. But essentially what we're going to do with the conservation is kind of move away from having to plow. You know, it'll be more light till. Like, I'll probably cultivate after the corn, or we'll do some high-speed tillage. But ideally, you know, this is, in a way, lessen the workload, but in another way, kind of not, because the extra silage and all that. But I think we can find a pretty good balance. I mean, the big thing I look at is, you know, even if I am kind of doing the same work as plowing it, I'm not having it plowed as much anymore, and I'm going to be getting extra silage every time, which is kind of a big thing. You know, it's not something to really kind of like shrug off and overlook, because, you know, having that extra silage in the long term, especially for how our operation is, will be quite beneficial. Try to square these up. So there we go. That should definitely, you know, help that situation. It looks like our worker is full again, and I thought I was going to be able to just clean that up right there. I missed it. Then we got to figure out which antiques we're going to sell, and so on and so forth. So that should be within the confines of that. But I think I'm going to have to jump over to that semi-truck. Too bad I can't let this guy just go. And I did think about plowing this, you know, one last time over before we plant it and stuff like that. But I think I knew I was going to miss a little bit. Alright, we'll have to go back. What I'm going to do, though, right now, is we want to keep things going over there. Fire this truck up. Go do some unloading, because it will be done this field pretty quick. And it wasn't going to take too long, being a smaller field. Up here, I really don't know. You know, do I run everything beans on this side of the farm? You know, we can also let one of those crops kind of, you know, just continue to go to full fruition of wheat or rye or barley, or we end up choosing. Got plenty of rye right now. I'm going to have to pull forward, I think. Oh. I was hoping to catch him before he realized. But, yeah, I mean, ideally, we're making some pretty good progress. Like I said, the other thing, too, is, you know, getting longevity out of soil. You know, constantly turning it over may not be the best option for it. Then again, you know, you see that sometimes it is the best thing for it. So we'll see. Like you said, we're going to take on more of the lighter tillage aspect of it, and, you know, utilize cover crops. One, because winters are harsh in Alma. As you guys have seen in many other episodes when we're in the winter, they're harsh. I'm sure if you've played the map, you know, it's brutal in Alma. So we'll have to, you know, that should help reduce erosion in areas too, which is something I wish they kind of bring to Farm Sim. You know, just another spin on it. We'll see. But the big thing is, I think our investment of all this land is going to pay off quite well. You know, being able to take that rye off of it, that's about 200 grand in the bank. We sell that right now. We're at best market value. And then being able to have, you know, room for our beef, because we were kind of getting compacted over there in our other farmyard. So this will kind of help us expand. It's a pretty good sized yard with some options. You know, I wouldn't mind actually putting down another grain system over here with a dryer. Kind of looking at a few of those. Because we're pretty much maxing out the storage over there, other than the actual bins we have done by the, or I should say below the dairy barn. So we'll have to, you know, those work, and those definitely, you know, have some space. But I'm thinking, you know, if we have all this corn, maybe we're gonna have to probably start utilizing some more space. And if we're doing all corn over here, it might not be bad for us to keep, you know, a dryer system over here. But it all comes down to money too. I mean, in the end, we can dream, we can hope, but it comes down to having the money to do it. Which, you know, we got pretty decent incomes with the fertilizer and everything, but it's, you know, we gotta start making some extra money. And ideally, you know, having more silage to process helps. The beef will definitely help. Once our dairy cows start producing milk again, that will help. I've been seeing some of the other farmers in Alma, like Pleasant View, you know, Sim Station. They've got their ways. Well, Lego Farms, but, you know, Pleasant, it's the dairy operation. I mean, he's raking in the money with the dairy. But he's feeding 3 times a day. So now, when I look at that, that should all be good. I don't know why it's giving me a weird stripe in the middle of all that. But if I go here, let's get rid of the course, right? There. There you go. Boom. Can't really see it yet. I guess you could do this, yeah. So 1 large field, and that's what we want. So 4 and 10 combined now. Looks good. A lot of size. We can change up the trucking situation there as well. Instead of having it run over by that bridge, which was kind of, we're having a little bit of issues with. So I'm happy with that. We just now have to switch over here. So he's actually done. And I'm stuck on the wrong tab, that's why. Actually, we're gonna run over here because he needs to clean up this mess. Can't just be throwing away good crop. He's not even full. Which we know is because he's done. I can get this to fire up. Probably help by shut off course play. We'll try to come clean the rest of this up. And this field was already pretty high nitrogen, so I think I'm going to throw down rye or wheat or barley in here anyway and just kind of let that grow. So this area, too high for the header. Solution for that though. We're gonna work around it. Let it come through and just clean it up. That angle, oh, never mind. Thought it was good from that angle. Does not pick it all up that angle. So it's like a weird little little spot that we'll have to smooth out after. I wonder if I can finish with this right here. Try to clean this up. Did we get it? We got it. Bingo. Actually, I'm probably gonna clean this up. Just because I see that being an area that somehow keeps getting missed. So we'll get this put away for now. We won't need it till soybeans and corn. But I'd say a pretty decent haul of peas between the two fields. We'll have to look at how many bushels we actually, harvested off those two fields. Money's going up a little bit. I'd like to see that. Taking a little while to unload these peas. Come on. We should be able to hopefully, getting a few good laughs out of people watch me try to load up the honeybee trailer. Or the header onto the trailer. I think we finally got it figured out now. You're gonna close it up, put the strap down. I want to get in here without taking out the corn. That's the big thing. There we go. Should be able to put that down. Well, that's good to go. That's all set up. Oops, didn't mean to do that. We want to go back over here, get tarp on. Let's take this back over and get this unloaded in the farmyard. And almost 13. Yeah, 1361 on the bushels. Pretty solid take. That corn is green right now. Loving to see that. I think we did pretty good with that first take on that field. One of the things we need to think about now that we're getting these larger fields is some large planters. Maybe something with direct drilling. Would ideally be nice, especially with us doing the cover crops. I guess that kind of reduce the amount of tillage that we do. We're gonna go up it this way. And we need to turn on the tractor. There we go. So we're gonna have a good amount of bushels in there. Get over 4,000 bushels. I'm pretty happy. So we'll fill that one up. Maybe I'll put beans in one of these other ones for now until we sell rye. Probably put the beans in the top one. Or actually maybe the bottom. Probably the bottom. Almost want to get rid of that top bin that we have. There we go. So this should put us in pretty good position for sales when those come around. Like I said, I like, you know, our other GSI setup up there, but I feel like we're gonna go through a lot of corn. I guess I have to kind of look at the. I'll leave this here for now. Looks like that's all done. So 4,500 bushels of peas. Definitely can work with that. We go to the stock market. The time savings. Let's go down. Peas. So, you know, that amount of bushels turns into 161,000 liters. Prime time selling, that's 112 grand. That's better than rye. Rye is 115. Which for some reason I thought was higher. But I'm wondering, you know what, rye is higher because we have rye tucked away somewhere. I just don't think it's finished. Shut that off. Yeah. So we still have 8,000 bushels of rye there. 8,000 right there. So yeah, we definitely have over 200 grand in rye. So there's 300 grand between those two crops, peas and rye. Pretty happy with that. We don't really have much to do the rest of the day. I mean, we can plow up the rest of that field, I guess, but I'm not too worried about it because we're going to try something different. We'll probably definitely till those fields, which I'm trying to figure out what's going to be feasible for us to do that. I'm thinking we run over here. I'm thinking we could use the sunflower. That'd be just fine. Or do we go through and we mulch it? So, we'll have to see. Still trying to work out the fine details of doing this the right way for the conservation mod. Actually, I want to go in the barn, check something, but I'll see y'all next time. And I appreciate y'all for watching. But until next time, Farmer Taz out.